Well, why do you watch the news? It's to find out what's going on, and it's to find out what interests you. I try not to pick stuff that's just interesting to me, because I think weird stuff is interesting. But what most people are interested in is stuff that affects them, so I try to think about what affects most people. Like, you bring up the word annexation. Like, really? You're gonna just separate yourself from an area or a state or something? It's like, why? So there's gonna be an annexation information center, and we've been running the story on the annexation for a little while. But like, if people want to know more about it, especially people who live near there in Institute, they're gonna have this. So that's something I think would be interesting. So that's why. I'm sorry, this is Mandy with WSAZ. I don't know. I'm just hearing stuff on the scanner. Let me see. It probably not there. Okay, I'll call back in a bit. Sorry about that. Thanks. Bye. Yeah, I've already put in my break times. I had to go through a traffic log to find out how long the breaks were, which was basically adding up how long each commercial was. So I have to put in my break times and also put in my in time and out time. Usually that's kind of just already in there. And then as I put in stories, I have to make sure I put in how long they are in the timeline so that it'll keep time for me. Like right now it says I'm under 10 minutes. But that's not really true because I haven't put in my sports time yet. There's also like stuff that's already in here, empty stories that are just timed for 20 seconds. But I'm going to take those out so that I know exactly how much time I need. I was going to have a guest, but I'm not because she has pink eye. So don't have to worry about that because that can be hard. You want to time a little bit more than you would normally for a guest, like time over, because they can ramble. They're so unpredictable. Balancing the time it takes to stack a show, the time it's taking you to do that, to write the stories, to listen to the scanner for new news, to call each county's dispatch for new news, to also keep in mind, you know, how these stories are applicable to Saturday morning rather than, hey, this was yesterday's news. And also trying to generate new news from wires and newspapers, all that stuff. How I juggle it, I still don't know, because that's something I'm refining. I think that probably takes a long time to refine as a producer. I think that's really what separates a good producer from a bad producer, or a new producer from an experienced producer. It's challenging, but I think that's why I like it. I'm learning how to do all that, and I think it could teach you a lot about life. I mean, just having to juggle all the details of life, and get it all done, you know, when it's due, by its deadline, by your deadline. It's a good life lesson. It's overwhelming sometimes, but it's a good lesson.